This is Brett Waltemath of the Headliner and Star Watch Media, here with Phil Rosenthal of the premiere of his film, Exporting Raymond.
It's a motion picture.
I know, it is a motion
Hello,
picture.
Phil.
How are you?
Brett Waltemath of Star Watch Media. It's a pleasure speaking with you.
How are you?
Now, this is a fascinating idea for a documentary. Your attempt to turn your award-winning sitcom into essentially creating a Russian version of the show. When did you first come up with this idea?
I didn't come up with it. The head of Sony came up with it. He said, "How would you like to go over and observe how we make sitcoms over there? Come back and write a fictional feature film about a guy who goes over to have his show translated." And I said, well, if the situation exists and the people really exist over there, why not bring a camera crew and film what really happens? And he said, "I love that idea. Would you be the guy?" And I said, "Yeah, I'll make that movie." And he says, "No, make the movie, but be the guy in the movie. Go make your show over there and document what happens." And that's this movie. That's Exporting Raymond.
Now, this is not only your first documentary, but also your first feature film that you have directed and written. What was this process like for you, and also taking that it was filmed in Russia into account?
It was as hard as it looks. It was as hard as it looks. And by the way, it took 6 years to get from that initial idea to here, to tonight. You know, nothing is easy in making movies. Nothing.
How was the process differently for you from being the creator of an award-winning sitcom, one of the most popular television shows of all time, to directing your first major motion picture?
Well, for me, I had to make all my directorial decisions before and after filming, right? So directorially, my idea was, let's bring 2 cameras, which most documentaries don't do. They take 1 camera. They film you talking to me, and then they come around behind you and film me fake reacting to you. Well, I didn't want to do that. I wanted it to be completely real. Everything you see in the movie is as it happened. I know it's incredible, but it's real. And then I had to forget about it while I was doing my job, because otherwise I would be thinking about the movie too much and not doing my job, and I'd make a bad subject for a movie. When I started directing again was in the editing room, right? Putting it together. 200 hours down to 85 minutes. So that's a hard job. That's about 6-7 months of just doing that.
What was the most memorable experience during your filming over there in Russia?
I can't remember a lot of it because there was a lot of vodka involved. Yeah? But I had wonderful times with the people. I love the people over there, I really did. And a lot of them were very warm and great. It's not the Russians that are the problem in this movie, it's the business. And the business seems to be universal.
What would you like your audience to take away from the documentary?
Some laughs. I mean, it really plays. You'll see. Are you staying for tonight? Yeah, it plays like a comedy. What's funny is that it happened to me. And just like most of the things that you saw on our TV show, all the best stuff comes from real life. And that's all I'm trying to get across to people.
Now, this documentary has been called possibly the first ever truly comedic documentary ever. What's your reaction to that?
I'm sure there have been other funny documentaries, some maybe not intentional. I'm not sure that this was intentional. You know, we just filmed what really happened, and it happened to be funny.
Right.
So who knows? I didn't know it would be. I thought it would be interesting. I had no idea that it would be so funny. I didn't know my parents in the movie would be so hilarious either.
What's next for you?
I'm going to go lie down. Yeah. But I have lots of things in the works. I have 2 other screenplays that I wrote that will direct. I have an animated project that I'm working on, a Broadway show I'm working on. Oh my goodness, so many things. But I don't like to get too specific about them because you jinx them, right?
Right.
Yeah. So my first priority is to get this out to the people, and then we see what happens.
Thank you so much, Mr. Rosenthal. A very pleasure, and congratulations on the documentary.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
You too.
We'll come back.